Hello everyone, I hope you are well. This is channel njenkin, which I'm sure you're aware. And every couple of weeks we do a bit of a talk like this. Generally it's a bit of a roundup what's going on in the channel, and sometimes I have a few things to talk about. You might notice, if you've seen a few of these, there's a few extra toys in the background. And I always thought, I haven't bought toys for absolutely ages, and I always thought that you'd have to have kids to buy toys. For years I walked past loads of Lego on the shelves of various shops and thought, oh, I wouldn't mind actually buying that. And I thought, no, you can't do, Nick, you're a grown man. But anyway, I bought them for legitimate purposes, so it's legitimate, it's for the background of this video. Yeah. Okay, I picked up, we've got that big stormtrooper, which you always see, but on the other side now is the Dark Knight himself. It's Batman from Gotham City. It's quite a big statue, that one. I think even bigger than the Stormtrooper. Maybe it's a close one. He might be slightly bigger. But if they was going to be in a fight, I know who I'd back to win. What computer game tie-in has that got, you might ask? Well, I've reviewed a few Batman games, most notably on the Game Boy Advance, Batman Vengeance and Batman Begins. And there's been a few on the Spectrum, mixed, what should I say, mixed quality, and a couple of ones on the Commodore Amiga. My favourite is Batman the movie, based on Michael Keaton's portrayal of Batman versus the Joker by Jack Nicholson. So that's why he's there, that's legitimate. We've also got a Ferrari F40, that's there. Basically, I wanted to get a Porsche 959 as well, but I was running out of space and also I couldn't find one. Because one of my favourite games of all time on the Commodore Amiga is Test Drive 2. And if you're unfamiliar with that game, there's plenty of reviews I've done on it. It's called The Duel, and you either pick a Ferrari F40 or a Porsche 959, and you must race your computer opponent. Generally, it takes the other car, although you can select to have the same. And it was whoever gets the most quickest to the... What am I saying? The quickest to the finishing line, that's what I'm saying, with the least crashes, because you get a time penalty there, wins. That's why there's a Ferrari F40 there. It's by some company, 1/24 scale, so that's legitimate. And the other toy I bought was from Back to the Future. It's the DeLorean, invented by Dr. Emmett Brown and piloted by Marty McFly in Back to the Future Part 2. And the only Back to the Future game I reviewed was a long time ago on the Commodore Amiga, which is okay, but is a little bit dodgy. I prefer watching the film. So yes, they've all got valid places and deserve to be there. So hooray! It might look a bit cluttered, I don't know. We might have a look at it. Have you got any toys you bought for any specific reason that you thought, I'm an adult, why am I buying this? Oh, suddenly it's on my shelf, I've got it. And if you did you make up a reason, or do you think, well, I work anyway, what the hell? If it makes me happy, it's great. And I'm all for that. Got no Lego up there though, but maybe at some point. And yes, so the future of the channel, there's only minor adjustments here. You might have noticed it's been very recently monetized. I've been hinting at it for quite some time. It was always my aim when I started the channel on the reboot that we wouldn't monetize it straight away, to give me a chance to improve it, to learn things, and also to make sure I'm a stayer and not give up after about 4 or 5 months and know what it entails. It is a lot of work, and I set to myself that I wouldn't monetize it till we got to 1,000 subscribers, and we got to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you to commenting and subscribing to the channel. It really helps, and giving it a thumbs up too. That also really helps. And I think monetizing, I've noticed a small difference so far in the views gone up. I don't know, it's my imagination, or maybe that's a long-term thing. But yeah, I think it was the right thing to do, and hopefully I'll gradually improve as time goes on even further. This camera is something I can maybe replace at some point. It's quite a cheap camera in scale of the best cameras out there, but I didn't think getting a really expensive camera is necessary at this stage. This will suffice for the time being. It'd be no good at outside work, but I haven't done any outside stuff yet. Maybe I could do in the future, but if that does happen, we need a better camera and then a microphone attachment attached to it. But that's in the far future. So We've been doing a revisited series on the Commodore Amiga. Before we looked at ZX Spectrum ones. The reason I was revisiting some of these games is some of the classics that I covered early on in the channel, but my sound wasn't really that good, so I thought we'd give them another go. So I hope you're enjoying them. We're coming up to the end of the Amiga ones soon that I wanted to revisit. The last one will be this Tuesday, where again we go back to Test Drive 2 and see the California Challenge data disc, as we go through California, obviously. And then we'll be looking at the Mega Drive collection on the PlayStation 3. There's 40 games there to have a look at. I probably won't look at all of them. I'll just select a few of the classics. And we're going to start off with, I can tell you the first one I'm going to start off with, Streets of Rage. That's it. 'Cause it's a classic, and although I never owned a Mega Drive, it'd be good to review that one because it came out on the PlayStation 3. We won't include it on the top 6 roundup each time because these are recreations of that system, HD remakes, but you can let me know if they're accurate or not. So that's going to be coming up soon. Occasionally, if I get time on a Sunday, which I don't know if it'd be every week, I might do a bonus video. Recently, maybe a couple of weeks now, 2 weeks ago now, I did a Speedball 2 special where I was trying to injure as many players as possible. It's an informal video, it's not a review, it's just for fun. And the week following, I managed to review a homebrew Spectrum game, which is a pretty good game, called A Yankee in Iraq. That was a proper review, that one, but I had extra time, so I did that. So it's normally going to be 7 videos a week. Occasionally, I might be able to squeeze in 8. What I'd also like to do as well is have another look at Star Wars Battlefront, the first game that is, and there's Heroes versus Villains mode. I think it'd be quite good seeing me running around as Darth Vader, looking as inept as ever, and Palpatine. I think Princess Leia's one of the characters, Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker, etc., and Greedo. All they've got their special powers. I think it'd be quite fun running around. Also might have another look at a few other games quickly as well. Recently, I know most of you watch this channel for the retro gaming, and that's what this channel will always remain as, but we'll be touching on PlayStation 4 as well. But don't worry yourself, you retro gamers, because we'll stay with that. I just like comparing the two together. I've just recently, I saw a Drive Club on Amazon for about £20, so I've sent off for that. I've been told that you can control it on the gamepad, and you don't need a steering wheel, so you won't be skidding all over the place. We will see, so that will be through soon. On the list to review as well, PlayStation 4 is Mortal Kombat XL. Now, I'm a little bit worried about reviewing that game because whereas Tekken Tag 2 I reviewed on the PlayStation 3 a while back was nice, wholesome fun, although you was bashing people around the place, Mortal Kombat XL does contain a lot of blood and gore, but probably I won't be able to pull off the fatalities anyway. Maybe there's a mode to scale it down, so we'll be having a look at that at some point. Also, what else do I need to tell you? What's coming up? Oh yeah, you probably noticed as well, you might not have done, we review mainly Game Boy Advance, Commodore Amiga and ZX Spectrum. And whenever I've completed, what's going on with my words? Whenever I completed a block of 50, we do a recap video, which you can see in the playlist reviewed games so far or something like that. We do 50 in a row with 30-second gaps. This is going well, Nick. And then it's a block of 50. Have a look at that playlist. So we've recently come to 100 Game Boy Advance games. So I need to do that video. It's quite a little bit of work. And won't be too long until we review 250. Yes, 250 ZX Spectrum games. We're still scratching the surface, to be honest with you. So there'll be another roundup video of those. It's always been my intention as well, when there's quite a lot of videos up, one might say there's quite a lot of videos already, but when there's quite a lot more videos up, I might be looking at top 6s, top 10s, favourite of different categories, so that's something that might happen as well. So, nice to keep you informed there of what's coming up on the channel soon, or what we aim to do. It'd be good to get Igor back in some shape or form at some stage as well, but it's finding the time to weave him in. He's a very busy Thunder Dwarf. So yeah, I've showed you the toys, I've showed you what's coming up. If you've got any comments below, then please put them below. I love hearing from you. I'm really pleased with the amount of comments that are going on the channel. I do read all of them and answer most of them. Sometimes I can't think of an answer for them. I don't know the answer and I I will leave it. But it's nothing against you. It's just that I couldn't find a response, or I thought the thing didn't need a response. So, yep, have a good weekend. Thanks for watching the videos. Until next time, take great care of yourself and have very fun. Goodbye. Goodbye.